Officer Louis Catalani called Officer Matthew Rhodes on the police radio. Officer Rhodes joined Catalani because he knew that some sort of crime was being committed and the driver would need to be forcibly pulled out of the car. Catalani and Rhodes drove up from opposite sides of Luke's parked car, shining their takedown lights. Those are the bright white lights that illuminate the subject and obscure the subject's ability to see the officers as they approach. Neither turned on their red-blue flashing lights, which would have automatically started their dash cams. Rhodes thought about turning on his dash cam manually, but decided not to do it. Still sleeping, Luke was approached by the two officers. Catalani said his goal was to get Luke in a headlock as quickly as possible and pull him out of the car. He knocked on the window, and Luke woke up startled. Catalani then opened the door and grabbed Luke's head. At the same time, Rhodes opened the passenger door and climbed into the car, trying to push Luke out while Catalani pulled. Catalani and Rhodes did not announce themselves as police officers. They did not have their red-blue cruiser lights on, and they were wearing uniforms that were dark-colored fatigues with a knit cap and no shiny badge. Startled and almost certainly scared and confused, Luke attempted to drive away. Allegedly, Luke looked at Rhodes and said, "Why are you in my car?" Officer Rhodes attacked Luke. He punched him, used his taser 6 times, and then when the taser's safety got stuck, he used the taser to strike him in the head. Moments later, Rhodes shot Luke twice in the chest, after which Luke tried to punch Rhodes. Rhodes fired 3 more times. Luke was essentially dead on the scene when the ambulance arrived. He was taken not to one of Euclid's 2 major hospitals, but to a small one that did not handle trauma. His family learned of the incident by hearing on the TV news about a police shooting and seeing video that showed Luke's car. The police didn't give any information over the phone. They gave no information to his sister, and only later, when Luke's mother went down to the station and confronted them, did they say what had happened. Officer Rhodes had no reason to jump into Luke's car, let alone to use deadly force against him. There was a federal appeals court. The family sued, and they were turned down on the basis of qualified immunity of the police. They went to federal appeals court. The court held, paradoxically, that a jury could find that Rhodes' decision to shoot Luke had violated his constitutional rights. But regardless of that, they dismissed the lawsuit because qualified immunity would have still protected Luke's police. Others here have discussed the law, and I won't today, but suffice it to say that when just last month the U.S. Supreme Court declined to hear Luke's family's appeal, the doors to justice in this case seem pretty firmly closed. Matthew Rhodes made the unreasonable, unnecessary, and extremely dangerous decision to jump into Luke's car and then to remain in that car when he could have left. Luke did not present an emergency or danger to the community, and such drastic action was not necessary. Rhodes put himself in danger, and then he used the danger he created to justify shooting and killing Luke. Rhodes remains a police officer today, and he has faced no discipline for his actions. Please let us kneel in memory of Luke.